What exactly are you doing to train your real estate agents? And those real estate agents that did not show up, we subpoenaed them.
And remember the Levittown deed restricting occupancy to members of the Caucasian race? The wording is actually still in those deeds, but they're no longer enforceable because of the 1968 Fair Housing Act.
The time is here. Action must be now.
But it's still why this summer, Nassau County legislators called for a data archive to be created so homeowners and buyers can see if their homes and communities have racist deeds and covenants. The Quintines are among countless families turned away from their American dream just because they're black. But Irwin Quintine, the father, actually became a prominent fair housing activist, as pointed out on this plaque on the town building bearing his name and in this state proclamation.
Our community a better place by working to dismantle discrimination.
His daughter Madeline is now a commissioner for the town of Babylon. And 6 decades after her family was run out of Levittown, she's the owner of a large home with a pool in a high-end neighborhood. And on the day we met, her brother closed on his second home. There are advances to be sure, but as the Quintine family matriarch, a housing advocate in her own right, points out, we've all only come so far.
Don't go home and sit down because once you won one battle, I mean that's finished, because once you win one, another one's going to come up.
All right, well, that's James Ford reporting. You know, James, we did hear Dolores Quintine say there are a lot more battles to be fought. So what else lies ahead in the fight for housing discrimination and reparations?
Well, Craig and Tampson, for one, you may recall that in the story, a state senator said that any realtors who didn't respond to invitations to testify about discrimination were subpoenaed. Those subpoenas, which are not easy to obtain, have been sent out, and the state Senate says a hearing with Coldwell Banker, Remax, Keller Williams, and Realty Connect USA is scheduled for later this month. Irwin Quintine unfortunately passed away and will not get to see this important moment. We'll definitely be following these proceedings closely.
Yes, we will. 2007 subprime mortgage crisis was fueled by predatory lending practices that targeted racially segregated minority neighborhoods that included unreasonable fees, rates, and payments.
And the home ownership gap between blacks and whites is larger today than it was in 1934. The National Association of Real Estate Brokers found that 50% of blacks born between 1956 and 1965 owned homes by age 50, and 40% of blacks born between 1966 and 1976 owned homes by age 50.
Here at Pix 11, we want our viewers to know that your fight is our fight. We are committed to
Quality reform and more at pix11.com/createdequal.